Okay, welcome to the class today. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Okay, we are going to start our first class, our first meeting today, and I hope you will enjoy it. To start, I would like to introduce myself, and because we need to know each other. My name is Mrs. Rouanba Deborah. I work here for 25 years. Wow. And I'm in charge of coordinating the English class. Now, this is our 9th session since we started. 9th session. From the start, we started with a small group of people, and we noticed that the interest was increasing. So we opened the class to professionals. Students have their training at the university because we have an American corner there. We cannot host everybody, so we focus on professionals. Who is a student among you? No student. Are you a student?
Yes.
How did you come? You started from the beginning here? Okay. As I said, from the beginning, we didn't have a lot of people, so anybody could join. But now we focus on professionals. Okay. So as I have introduced myself, I would like you to introduce yourselves. Okay. Let's start quickly. Just a few words. Your name and what do you do? Why are you interested in learning English? Okay? Okay, start. Maybe you come here for the others to see you too. Okay? Right.
Hello everyone, my name is Goude Frank. I work at EcoBank.
Why are you interested in learning English?
I learn English because it is very important and necessary for my travel, my business, so on and so on.
Okay. Next.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Kulu Kuna Nestor. I'm physical training teacher. I'm the National Technical Director of the Golf Federation. I'm also a referee. And I used to travel abroad with the players, so I have to increase my English to do my work.
Next.
Hello, my name is Gungo Madina Fatim. I am a psychologist, and I hope to work in a big organization. And today, if you want to work in a big organization, you must speak English.
Quickly, let's move around.
Hello, I'm Gontran Zeli. I work in a non-government organization. I'm a referee again, and I'm here to learn English in my work.
My name is Watara Mariam. I'm a student at the University of Rouanba. I'm here to improve my English to be able to speak it well.
Hi, my name is Dengue Jean Stéphane. I'm a jurist. So I'm here to improve my English to speak very fluently.
Hello, I am Amalama Olivier. I'm a business lawyer, so I'm here to improve my English because some of my clients speak English.
Hello, my name is René Dumont.
I'm here to learn English because English opened the hub.
Hello, my name is Gay Moname Chantal. I'm a businesswoman. In my business, somebody speak English. I'm come here to learn English, performance my business. Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Dominique. I'm a PhD student at Philips Rouanba University. I need to understand English to go far my studies.
Hello, my name is Bamba Sekou. I am a nurse. I'm just here to improve my English because in my plane, one day or another, I will try to travel.
Hello, my name is Kofi Atapa Olivier. I'm a teacher. I'm here to learn English for study at university. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I am Linda Cabron. I work to Segrae and I want to learn English because nowadays I see that English is very important and I want to learn it to be able to discuss with my partners in business. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Komeki Kumama. I'm webmaster and I'm here to learn English because I want to improve myself, improve my English and in my job I want a master English. Wow. Because documents are English and programming the materials are English. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Yensie Issa. I used to be in civil engineering and at that moment just a student in ANS there. And also I'm a pastor and I will preach in English, that's why I'm here, in the name of Jesus.
Hello, I'm Lazar Christelisi. I'm a pastor too, and I used to travel abroad. I need to improve my English to preach in English-speaking countries. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Ghislaine Carvalho, and I am insurance advisor. And why I joined the class, I want to improve my English because English for me is a very important language. It permits us to be free, and you can, when you want to do some social activity or business, it will be an advantage for you to speak currently English and to have the right intonation. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tropati Arupa. I need to improve my English as I'm here because I think English is so important for everything. Thank you.
Hello, I am Wayo Jean-Yves. I was student at the University of Rouanba. I was student at the communication department, but now I prepare my travel for United States of America. So I am here in order to improve my English, in order to be better.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Stefan Junior. I'm here to improve my English because I love this language. And also I'm science computer.
Computer science specialist?
Yes, specialist. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Leopold. I am a French teacher at ETS. I come to learn English because English is very important nowadays.
Hi everybody. I'm teacher in primary school. I'm here because after my psychological sickness, I want to improve my English. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Messoua Augustin. I am urban architect and director of architecture and materials in the Ministry of Construction, Housing and Urban. When I travel, I can't share what I know because my English is not good. And I don't understand what he says in conferences. So I'm here to better my English.
Hello, my name is Aka Afian. I work in EcoBank. I'm the branch manager, the branch of Macquarie. But I'm here to improve my English. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Rouanba. I'm executive administrative in the Ministry of Economic and Finance. I need English in my job, and nice to meet you.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Elise Kramo. I'm an executive administrative. I'm here to improve my English because I need English in my work.
Hello, my name is Marie-Corinne Kone. I'm a constable. English is important because, for me, because I must speak with partners.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Patricia Yao Kokore. I'm Secretary Executive at Binet. I come here to improve my English level because I create a club in my office. And I come again because I had attend classes here for the intermediate. And now I begin again my intermediate class. And I'm very happy to see you again. Thank you.
Hello everybody. My name is Diomande Mariam. I'm a teacher and I'm here to improve my English because English is so important. Thank you.
Okay, everybody has introduced himself. Okay, good. It's really interesting to hear you about your interest in English. Okay, so I think that we will succeed together because you are determined to improve your English because you have an ambition, you have a goal, you have an objective to reach. And if you want to reach your objective, you have to work hard. So I want to tell you that the time we spend here together is not enough to make you experts in English. So you know that you have to work personally. You have to work personally to focus on your personal work, personal learning. We have a lot of resources. Internet, we have books. You can borrow books. And we encourage you to read a lot. You can borrow English books here. We have easy readers series that are very, very important, that are very interesting for English learners. So every time you come, you need to borrow books. and to read. Sometimes we will ask you to come here and report. So I think that we will do a great job together. But for today, this is our first meeting. We need to elect a PIC and the deputy PIC to coordinate the class. Now we are going to call volunteers who wants to be the PIC of this class. Yes? Come on. You come here in the front, please. Here in the front. This will be a democratic election, so we need more candidates. More candidates? 2 people? 3? Where is? No, she's not coming here. Okay. That's all? You want to be a candidate? Or they are suggesting you? Okay, good. So we have 2 people. We will elect the PIC, and the second one will be the deputy PIC. Because now you need to tell us why you want to be the PIC of this group. Okay? This is a campaigning. Campaign. Okay. You have the floor.
Okay, I don't have many arguments, but I need to be a PIC because I like English. The same condition for me to interest of the language. Because if I'm the first the kid of this class again. It will be strong to interest for the language. Only this argument.
Okay, thank you everyone. I'm interested to lead this class because in my office I'm a chairwoman of my club, and it is a challenge for me. It's a lead. I want to be a leader everywhere I am, and and here I see a lot of persons who like English like me, and it will be a pleasure for me to lead this club.
Okay, very good. Great. Now, yes.
I noticed where for Honoré Kwame, I noticed where I forgot to introduce myself, so we can.
Okay, sorry.
Because before starting the class, we introduced each other. That's it. That's why. Because you are just coming. Okay, that's why. All right. Now, how are we going to elect? By raising up the hand? Okay. Good. To be quick. PIC. The first position is PIC. 2 candidates. The second one will be naturally the deputy. You want to lead? Who wants to lead?
No, we can just.
No, just raise up the hand and we just count. Who is supporting him as a PIC? Raise up your hand. Okay, you can go now and count how many people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 persons.
6 persons.
Okay. 6 persons.
Next.
Next.
Next candidate.
Yes.
Raise up your hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh.
Okay, she is the PIC too, and he is the deputy.
Okay.
This is a great team.
Okay.
Okay, now you have to just say a thank you word.
Okay.
And maybe give your plan.
Okay.
Short-term plan for the class.
Okay. I would like to congratulate my colleague, and I would like to greet you. Thank you very much for voting me. And here we are here to learn. We are here to improve ourselves, and I think we will improve ourselves together. Thank you very much.
I'd like to congratulations, madam. We are here to learn. No bad people, no best people. Okay? We are here to learn. Thank you.
Go back to your place. Her name. Okay. The new PIC. She introduced herself. Okay,
My name Patricia.
Not your name, but your number. Yeah, your number.
My number, okay.
Okay, after the class, please. Yes?
Yeah, what about timekeeper?
So, timekeeper.
Yeah.
Timekeeper, you will be the timekeeper. You don't want to be the timekeeper? A volunteer to be a timekeeper? Yes, he will be the timekeeper. No. Okay, the timekeeper. Nobody? So you all want to come late? The timekeeper is very important. Thank you for reminding us about that, because we have limited time. And sometimes the class is so interesting that we forget to stop. So the timekeeper is here to remind us. Not to waste time on small things, but go straight to the point. You will be the timekeeper. So introduce yourself again.
My name is Rene Juma. My name is Rene Juma. So now I'm your timekeeper.
Right. Okay. So during every class we have an attendance sheet, and I encourage everybody to fill in the attendance sheet, because it is very important for the control of the class, because sometimes people may come once and they are not part of the class, that they may come and join. So the PIC, the deputy PIC and the timekeeper, you make sure that the class is people who come regularly. We don't want anybody to come and join like this. So this is very important. Okay. So today our class will start with. Let me give you the general schedule of our modules. As intermediate, you already know that we focus on reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So we will focus on all this. And the final examination is also on these modules that we learn. Now you need to work personally. You need to work personally. So let's start today with our grammar lesson. But be careful with grammar. Grammar is very, I can't say it's very easy. She said that her grammar mark was low, that's why she failed. But if you study, really study, grammar is one of the modules which is, I think, easier. It's easier than the others. But if you don't review, if you don't go back to do a lot of exercises, it becomes difficult. So please pay attention. We will listen to a YouTube about the past tense. Past tense in grammar. You already know. I know you already know, but we need to remind and to practice. So pay attention, because you will listen and then someone will come and report about the lesson. Okay? Let's start. Okay, you take notes.
English Grammar Spot. This lesson is about the past simple.
How about the sound? Is it okay, or we need to increase the sound? It's okay? It's okay.
Welcome to English Grammar Spot. This lesson is about the past simple. I'm going to show you how to form a past simple and when to use a past simple. But before we get started, it's good to know that in the English language we have regular verbs and irregular verbs, and it is advisable that you study the most commonly used irregular verbs. Now let's get started. Take a look at these sentences. I walked to school yesterday and he paid for dinner last week. Both these sentences are in the past simple tense. How to form a past simple? For irregular verbs, we simply use the infinitive form of the verb and we add ed. I kicked the ball. You closed the door. He wiped the table. She cooked dinner. And it rained yesterday for the singular forms. And for the plural forms, we walked to school. You watched the tennis match. They marked the tests. We need to pay extra attention to verbs that end in an E, such as live, close and wipe. With these verbs, we use the infinitive form of the verb, but we only add a D. For example, I lived here in 2012. He closed the window. They wiped the floor. We also need to pay extra attention to verbs that end in a Y, especially those preceded by a consonant, such as spy, envy and study, the consonants being a P, a V and a D. Here, the Y changes into an I. For example, he spied on his neighbours. He envied her cousin. They studied a lot. Now let's have a look at the irregular verbs. All irregular verbs have a unique past simple form. I built that shed last year. The infinitive form is to build. She taught English in the 1990s. The infinitive form is to teach. We ran the marathon in 2012. The infinitive form is to run. Let's have a look at the past simple in questions. For all verbs, regular and irregular, we use the auxiliary verb to do, but we need the past simple tense, which is did, and the infinitive form of the verb. Did you talk to him this morning? Did you ride your bicycles yesterday? Did they work on the farm last year? For the past simple in negations, regular and irregular, we also use the past simple tense of the auxiliary verb to do, which is did, and we add not to it, contracting it into didn't, plus the infinitive form of the verb. I didn't want to come over last night. who didn't walk to school this morning, and they didn't listen to the radio yesterday. Now let's have a look at the past simple in use. We use the past simple for things that happened at a specific time in the past, so we need to know when it happened. For example, yesterday, this morning, or in 2009. He left for New York yesterday. We ate our breakfast this morning. They got married in 2009. We also use the past simple in questions after when. When did you buy that t-shirt? When did you graduate from high school? I thank you for your attention. For regular updates, please subscribe to youtube.com/EnglishGrammarSpot or go to www.EnglishGrammarSpot.com.
Okay.
Spot. This lesson is about the past.
Great. Is that okay? Now, it's your turn. You have to come in the front. As I said, this is an interactive English class. No teacher, no students. Everybody has to interact. So we need somebody to come and tell the others what is the point about this grammar lesson. What you learned, and everybody has to add. Okay? Good. Who wants to start?
Afternoon, my name is Anaïs Alou. So this video tells us about when we can use past simple and how we can use it. So we talk about something that we use did for asking question. Example, did you eat yesterday? And for regular or irregular verbs, there is different kinds of asking. So we can use ID or I for Y. Example, study, we can study. For regular verbs, we use the regular or distant that eaten begin ate in past simple. Thank you.
Good. Please, somebody to pass the mic. To pass the mic. If you don't agree with anything, you just say it, and together we find the right answer.
Okay, can we have a mic just to explain on the board?
Yes, you can come on, please. It's here for that, right?
Okay, thank you. In the video, what I have heard in my heart is how to form the past simple things, and how to form this is to take the verb, and when you have the verb, you add ed, and there are irregular verb and regular verb, and for the regular verb, for example, when I take like, to form it, to form the past tense, I have to add like ed. So I have to add ed, a d, for example, and there is another notice when you have what? Why, for example, and this example, cry or fly, you have just to form by a. if I cannot explain well, but you see it on the board. Okay, so you have just to remove y and place IED. Okay, and for the regular verb, for example, the verb to teach. Thank you. To teach. I have just to talk. Is it right? Okay. Okay. Thought, and this verb, and from Cesium we have it. We have a list. You have just to take in your heart. Thank you.
I have a question for you. Another person. Fly. Fly is not a irregular verb. Fly. Few flown. Reply, yeah, but fly, no.
Another person? Finish?
Okay, so everybody is okay with this explanation? Everybody agree. Now give examples. Make sentences using the past simple tense.
Yesterday, I went to Bassam.
Yesterday I went to Bassam. What is the verb? The infinitive. The infinitive that we use in the past simple. So go is a irregular verb. Okay? Okay, next. You need to get prepared. Anytime you can be picked.
Okay. Yesterday we took our dinner at 20 o'clock.
We take, do you agree, we took, yes, do you agree with his pronunciation and everything? Do you agree? Who wants to help? What is the right way of?
I think the right verb is...
No, not about only the verb, but about active pronunciation too. So let him repeat.
Yes.
Please pay attention to every detail. Okay? Repeat your sentence, please.
I said, yesterday night we took our dinner at 20 p.m.
Now your turn to correct. Just to help, not to. We can understand what he said, but there is another way, the right way to say it.
Okay. I think that we can say yesterday we had dinner at 20 o'clock. At 8 o'clock p.m.
8 p.m. Okay? Yesterday we had dinner. This is the issue with francophones. We just translate. We just translate French into English. But the best way to learn English efficiently, don't try to translate. Don't try to think in French and translate in English. We just try to think in English. Okay? Next.
Last week I washed my clothes. Last week I washed my clothes.
But I want you to pay attention. All the examples start with last week, last time. Is it the only way of using the simple past? No. You need to vary. You need to practice, really practice. Don't try to remember what you heard from the YouTube. Try to reproduce. No. Try to think your own way, but applying the rules, the regulations. Okay? So I expect not to hear last week, last year, or something like that. There are many other ways to use the simple past. Okay? Good.
2 days ago, I spent a nice weekend in Yamsoko.
On past Friday, I was here for leadership for a women class.
Repeat, please.
On past Friday, I was here for leadership for women class.
Okay. Can you try to? You can understand what you say. Who wants to say it?
She said on past Friday. Past Friday, simple.
Past Friday? Or
Last
Friday. Last Friday is easier. This is the way we are used to say. Last Friday I was here for the women leadership class. This is true. I saw you. Please try to use the other examples, please.
This morning I was at home.
Okay. Somebody else?
Before she came, we have just introduced ourselves.
I didn't learn English in my primary school.
Next. Please, everybody should speak.
She taught me what I can do.
Nobody over there?
This morning I was at the hospital because I'm sick. I went to hospital because, can I say I'm sick? Yes, I'm sick.
Oh, you are no more sick?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, good. That's fine.
When my sister has 5 years old, she likes dancing. Oh no.
Okay, repeat, please. Don't worry. Just repeat slowly.
Okay. When my sister had 5 years old, I noticed that the verb I will use will be in continuous. She liked dancing.
Go ahead.
When my sister had 5 years old, she liked to dance. Liked to dance. She liked dancing.
But be careful. The sentence, the whole sentence. Pay attention to the whole sentence, okay? Are you going to give another example or to help? Okay.
She said that when my sister was 5 years, that not had.
Okay, very good. This is why I just said that Francophone tends to translate from French to English. In French we say have, j'ai, but in English I am 5 years old, I am 5 years old, or I am 5. So she said when her sister had But pay attention, in English it is the verb to be instead of to have. This is different from French. Okay? Oh, she liked dancing. That's good.
Mrs. Rouanba, I just want to tell you that time is up.
Okay, this is timekeeper, vigilant timekeeper. Okay, that's good. He's right, because sometimes we have more activities and we need to focus on time. But today we can you give us permission to extend a little bit?
Okay.
That's good. So this is your grammar lesson. Back home, you need to go deeper and even research other links, other lessons to empower your English grammar skills with various examples. You tend to focus on what you've just seen, you've just listened, but there is more, okay? And during the examination, we are not going to give you exactly what you learned here. You know how it goes. So please try and go deeper. Okay, let me show you the platform and encourage everybody to join the platform, because everything is posted on the platform. And we don't have time to cover all what we want to cover. Today we should have a listening portion, but you will do it back home. But everything is posted. Okay? Now, let's go through the platform. Okay. So here is the platform. This is an online an e-book that you need to read. Don't wait for me or instructor to give you a text, but you can download it, you can print it, and you can read it. And there are discussion topics. When you read this, there are discussion topics, and it is good for English learners. So back home, please download it and start reading it, in addition to what you can borrow here. Let me show how it is.
Simpson.
So, what?
Simpson.
Okay, you have interesting topics, current topics to discuss through this ebook. So, use it. This is the listening part. Every time we post a short text for you to go through for listening exercise. And it is an author, an American author, as the director told you, that for the listening part, we give you an American or a native speaker's YouTube or video for you to listen and comment and try to understand what is said. So let's just start this one for you to have an idea, and then you go back home, you listen. When you are trying to improve your listening skills, please don't put the transcript first. You just hide the transcript part. You listen once, twice, third, or even 4 times, and try to understand by yourself, and then you go back to the transcript and check, evaluate your listening skills, okay?
I guess the editor decided I used a lot of fancy words, so he asked me to read the glossary. So here goes. Amateur, one who practices an art for the love of it, not a professional. Anniversary, a day separated by a year, or an exact number of years from some past event. Apprentice, a beginner who's learning a trade, usually not a paid worker. Autobiography, one's life story or history written by himself. Bald, without hair. Biography, a life story. Board, boarding house. Meals at a fixed price, usually at a house in which one also has a room. Cathedral, the chief church which is the seat of the head of that religious group in.
Okay, this is an idea of what you are going to have as listening test. This is an American author, Mark Twain, and this is the glossary. He wrote a lot of books, and this is the glossary. Now, try to understand the glossary because we are going to listen some short part of his text. So, your assignment for next Tuesday will be to practice this listening and take notes about what you were able to understand. But please don't check first before going back, before going to listen. Otherwise, you will not improve. Okay, this is your next assignment. Let me go back to the platform. Okay, this is the platform. You can see this is the advanced level platform. This is leadership. This is intermediate, but this is intermediate. 62 students. And all of you, please fill in sign the attendance sheet because I'm going to invite all of you. Many of you are already in, but all of you need to join the platform to be able to access. Yeah, to have access. So please fill in the attendance sheet, and you will get invitation and go and agree to be able to get into the platform. Okay, we are also going to post some exercises on grammar points, and we can give you an essay, a short essay to write before coming into the class. So what you have to do is to exercise about the listening part, and please be serious, take it seriously, and you will improve. And outside here you can try to create your own environment to practice. You can create your own environment to practice. And as yes.
Question. Can we have a link about that sample about grammar that we do today?
Yeah, the link is posted here. Everything is on the platform. You can see. Let's see. This is the reading. This is grammar past simple tense. You just click on the link, and you access the YouTube. Okay. You just click on the links. by experience, some PICs try to create a kind of group, close group, to organize, maybe this is a possibility, organize maybe meetings for the group just to interact, just to chat. So you can have plans for outing or whatever, just to create an environment for you to practice outside here. Because it's not easy, because when you go out here, it's French. And you wait for 1 week to come back and practice. This will not be really efficient if you don't try to imagine, to innovate, and try to practice your English as many times as you can. Yes.
At what time the class starts? Because I thought we start at 2 p.m. So
Oh, sorry. The class starts at 1 p.m. We focus at 1 p.m. And because of a check-in process, we hope that many people come in at 1:15, for example, for us to start. So please try to come on time so that we can use our time correctly, because the timekeeper will not let us go over time.
So
now, do you have any questions?
So at what time we finish?
We are supposed to finish at 2:30, last, sometimes before 2, because if we have another program here, we need to leave a space for other groups.
Okay.
Any other question before we leave today? No question. Yes, PIC?
I would like to know the period of our session, this ninth session.
Okay, we are trying to complete the whole program. We will have 10 sessions. At the 10th session, we will take the evaluation. We have started today. I hope we won't have. Sorry.
9 more.
We have 9 more, and then at the 10th session, the day of the evaluation will be in August the 13th. It will be a Tuesday like this. 13th. I think it is 13th. 13th. For the beginners, it will be the 11th, the 12th, and for intermediate, the 13th at 1 p.m. Yes?
Is there the possibility to follow online the class if you have time to come?
Yes, this is why we created the platform. Those who are connected can follow us. Okay? Any other question?
If you have the time to do your exam directly, it's possible to do online or no?
We tried online, but the tricky part is the oral. Yeah, for the oral, it's a little bit difficult because you need to speak in front of a teacher to evaluate your pronunciation, your vocabulary, how fluent you are, and your understanding of the topic. So doing it online is, it's not easy. Okay? I think we will dismiss. Yeah?
Is it possible to have our mark for the last exam?
Yes, it is. Okay. So, we'll stop today. And please go and borrow books. You can check over here, you can find Easy Readers English books.